In this video I'm painting a chaplain. As the main colour is the same as the undercoat, I sprayed the black undercoat twice. Next, to get the light reflection right, what you need to do is hold the miniature next to a lamp, and then you can see where the light is bouncing off your miniature. Once you have the light looking how you want it, you can start painting the highlights. For the first highlight on this miniature, Corvus Black was applied. Then Scaven Blight Dinge. These two colours were used to cover a long line across the plates of the armour. Next, Corax White was used, only this time round it didn't go all the way up the armour, and it went part way, especially for the legs. Across the arms it tended to go all the way across, and then once that was dry, White Scar was used over the same area again, so it gets progressively lighter to help represent how the light is reflecting off the blackness of the armour. Upshabty bone was used to cover the hand grip of the weapon and also the housing of the bolt pistol, the cloth and also the faceplate. And next I used an old red paint called Blood Red to go over the two weapons for the first of the colours. This was applied over the Upshabty bone because the red won't go over black very well. Next, for the weapons, Riser Rust was used to pick out the edges on the bolt gun, and a line was used with this colour to go over the hand grip of the close combat weapon, and I got the positioning of the line in the same way as I got the positioning for the lines with the black armour. So I held it against a lamp to figure out where the line should be, and I basically lined it up with the previous lines on the rest of the armour first. For the faceplate and the cloth, afterwards Screaming Skull was applied, and then padded witch flesh to give it some highlights. There's quite a few areas on this miniature which are covered in gold, so I started off with Balthazar gold first, followed by Gianenna's gold, and lastly using Auric armour. Again, I started off with a very dark gold initially because of it going over black, so it doesn't go over black particularly fantastic, and that first coat you might want to apply a second coat of it. Now for the cloth, the faceplate, the gold areas, and also the red on the close combat weapon, Arax Earthshade was applied onto all these areas to tone them down and make them slightly darker. For these silvered areas I only applied Lead Belcher, and then I applied some null oil for the areas where it's the internal armour, and also for the bolt pistol. However, for the chains I left them alone. For the purity seals, the wax part started off with corn red, and then I used the original blood red again just to pick the very edge out. And for the parchment part of the purity seal, Corax White was used initially, and once it was dry, Mechanica Standard Grey was watered down with water and then applied into the area. And once again that's had time to dry, I then thinned down some Chaos Black with some null oil, and I used that to put the little scrawling writing onto the purity seals. If you like the video, remember to subscribe to help the channel, and also send links to your friends.